I'm here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. We Share Abundance is a cloud nation. We're an emerging nation. We've been around for about 3 years, putting in really solid foundations, and we're now starting to expand our economy, increase our income for the benefit of all citizens. And we are also the United States of the world, because we love to welcome people from every continent, country, every gender, colour, class, creed, educational level, financial status, height, weight, whatever. We're not interested in all those superficial differences. We recognise everybody just as a human being. We recognise that every human being is unique and so has something unique to offer our community, and consequently is of equal value to every other member of our community. And that is a non-separatist ideology, and we follow that strictly. With that said, we should be streaming live on YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group, We Share Abundance Publicly. And I'm just going to open up the chat. And Lewis, we have missed you. Lewis is here, and he's been hospitalized for a week, he says. So we have missed you. I was hoping you were just on vacation or something, but hospital. I'm sorry you were in hospital, but I'm glad you're out. Okay. Right. I'm going to be heading over to Facebook because that's where we see most of the comments. And when I get to Facebook, I'm going to be looking for the group We Share Abundance Publicly. And I'm going to make sure my speakers are off so we don't get feedback. And when we get to the group, come on, Facebook. When we get to the group, I'll be looking for 29th of June. Almost the end of June already. Halfway through the year. Yes, 29th of June. So far, so good. If I click to expand, we should get the comments panel up. We should get the comment. Oh, there we go. Okay. And we've got Zena in the top of the comments in Facebook from Edinburgh, Scotland, followed by Deborah from Southern Alabama, USA, and Richard from Devon in the UK. I'm actually in Cornwall in the UK, not very far from Richard, and we've got a sunny day again. The sunshine is back with us. So that's hence the curtain being drawn. Not that I don't like the sun, it's just that the lighting gets really bad. We'll be getting started in just a moment now with a short prayer, and we will then have a little affirmation. Prayer is there to help us find true happiness in life. You can't buy that. There is only one way to actually achieve true lasting happiness without that need for always be searching for more and more. You want more, there's something I'm missing. And that is through loving service to other people. There is lots of evidence to bear that out, and many wise people have testified to the fact that that is the only path to happiness. You can't buy it. I'm not saying that money is a bad thing. Money is useful. But if you approach life through the goal of being of loving service to others, you'll find that everything else you want in life will automatically flow to you. There's no stress involved in it. You're just helping people. You make them happy. The happiness comes to you tenfold. And you don't have to worry about all the other things. They just happen automatically to you or for you. So that is what our little prayer is about. It's helping you find that true happiness. And we have a little affirmation that helps us with the non-separatist ideology that we believe in that we're all just members of one big family, the family of humanity. Okay, we also introduced another little prayer yesterday, which is a bit more generalization on, um, on what we hope to achieve through We Share Abundance, and we'll perhaps do them on different days. It's good to have more than one prayer. If you have one prayer, you repeat it, you repeat it, and you repeat it, and that's good. As long as you keep repeating it with enthusiasm and not just as an automation. You've got to really feel what you are praying. And the repetition is, as I say, it's good because it gets beyond your conscious mind into your subconscious. And the more repetition it gets into your superconscious. And when you get any thought into your superconscious, it's when it manifests and starts happening. Miracles happen. But it's easy to get into just reciting the same thing like a sort of dogma rather than a true emotional prayer. So we have to be on our guard, but we have our standard prayer and we try and keep it filled with emotion. But now and again, we'll just move off it and into our other prayer, and that'll just keep us fresh. Okay. So we also have Norman in from Doncaster, UK, and Kingsley from Manchester, UK. And we are going to get started right now with our normal prayer to help you find true happiness in life. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love. And through that love, bless each member that they find the joy of service. And through service, Lord, bless each member that they attract true happiness and everything they want and need in life. Amen. And a little affirmation about non-separatist ideology goes like this: we are so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world, with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind, and soul of thy world. Okay, and we've got Reynold in from Trinidad and Tobago, ready for the prayer. I'm not sure whether you got it or whether you just missed it, Reynold, but it's good to have you in here. It's good to have you all in here. We have a lot of members that can't make this time of day, and we welcome them when they watch the replays, keep themselves up to date. And it is important to stay updated so that you know what's going on, because we're ever changing. We will never, ever stop changing. We will always find something to improve. And at the moment, we've got a lot to improve. We've got a lot of things going on, but we have now started work on the withdrawal system, which I've been over in quite a lot of detail over the past few days. I'm not going to go through it again today. Um, and that will be implemented as soon as we possibly can. We have our new token being created on the Binance Smart Chain, and that will be exchanged one for one with the Wheeze Abundance tokens. So nobody will lose out anything, and you will in fact gain, because it will be more liquid and at a higher value once we get it onto that Binance Smart Chain. We're going to rename it just to avoid confusion, and I hope you'll like the name when we announce it. And we won't announce it until we're ready to do many more things, get you setting up your wallet, because you will need to set up a new wallet. The Waves wallet that you have will no longer function once we switch over. You will need to have another wallet, and we highly recommend MetaMask. If you haven't already got MetaMask, I would recommend that you download it, play with it as much as you can now, see what it's about. We're recommending MetaMask because it is the industry leader anyway in DeFi wallets, but from a personal point of view, I find it easiest to work with. I'm not that technical, and if I find it the easiest, I think that most of our members will find it easier too. There will no doubt be many of our members that are familiar with MetaMask, and that's great. You won't need to have a new MetaMask wallet, but you will need to link your MetaMask wallet to your WeShare Abundance account. That way we can automatically make the payment into your wallet, and you'll be able to then exchange them either in that wallet or one of the swap sites. And exchange them into anything that you choose, whether it's your local currency to go out and buy food for the home, or whether it's another crypto to invest in more projects. It'll be your choice, but it will be highly liquid, and we will maintain the value. Okay, and who else have we got? Reynolds saying yes, he got the prayer good. And we've got Andrew in from New Zealand, where it will be Friday morning. My word, it's going to be Friday already tomorrow, isn't it? We're not only at the end of the month, we're at the end of the week. Time flies so quickly. So much I wanted to get done, and so much that still needs to be done. However, whatever can be done will be done in the time available. The warming up of the Facebook ads account is ongoing now, and we should start to see the campaign running probably by next weekend or very early next week, once they're happy that the Facebook ads site. I don't know what to say. The account, that's the better word, isn't it? The Facebook ads account is not going to cause red flags and things once we start putting through large volumes of advertising. We have several $1,000s put on advertising, and we are very optimistic about the returns that we're going to get from that through collaboration with ROI Tips. That is going to benefit massively the people that are in the Turnkey Cash Cow program, but also it's going to benefit the community as a whole. I'm afraid that the Fund Miracles website has taken a little bit of a back burner. It's not intended, it's just that there's only so many hours in the day, and I do want to get the withdrawals part going as soon as we possibly can as well. So, but I do have it right at the top of my to-do list, and we'll be getting onto that more next week, because the time I've now spent with Devyani over the last few days, it'll mean that she'd be, for the most part, just working away, getting things coded and done. And only if she comes up against something that she's not sure of while she's doing the coding, will she need to come back to me and we'll sort it out in the best possible way. So I won't need to be involved in the um, directly in the withdrawal system that we're implementing. However, I do need to spend time brushing up on some aspects of the liquidity pools and the options there and how we're going to manage them in relation to the income that we generate. But I can only I will allocate maybe 1 or 2 hours a day on that. And then the rest of the time, after I've done the routines that always need everything keeping up with, a couple of hours uh, for my education, if you like, into the Binance Smart Chain and options. And then the rest of the time, I'll be on that Fund Miracles, trying to get that up and running as quickly as we can. I apologize for any delays, unfortunately. Um, Most of what goes on in the development at this moment in time falls on my shoulders. I don't mind that, but there's only one of me and there's only so many hours in the day. And so I apologize, but we will get it done as quickly as we can. The thing that I started yesterday, that withdrawal from whatever it's called, let me uh, just look it up. There it is. Oh, that's it. Rex Wallet. I couldn't remember what it was. Rex Wallet. The withdrawal did go through. I put it in last night after we finished the live. So it was probably put in around about 8 o'clock last night, and it went through a little bit slower than the first two withdrawals I made. They've all been pretty small. There was the first one was 7, then there was a $5 one, and then yesterday we made one for $15, which allowed us to stay above the $200 level for income. Remember that this we have never put any cash into. We don't recommend it as a paid program, but you can add money into it if you choose. But if you do it following the rules. Don't put in more than you can prepare to lose. Get your seed capital out as soon as you can and compound as much as you can after that. And we've been compounding pretty steadily, and we ran it down to just over $200 and some cents yesterday with that $15 withdrawal. And we are now at $233.65. I can't make another withdrawal today because you have to have a minimum of 24 hours in between them. So we'll probably do withdrawals every 2 days and see how they go. The fact that we get withdrawals and get paid does not make it any safer for you. It doesn't make it any worse for you. It doesn't make it any more risky. It's the same program. If we don't get paid, it doesn't make it any worse or any better either. It just means that there is a risk to this program. But if you stay as a free member, you can't lose anything. And if you can get a withdrawal, you must win. So far, we're winning, what, $27. Okay. But we've made like $33 in the last 24 hours. By this time tomorrow, it'll be about $60. And we'll have a go at withdrawing maybe half of it because we want to try and get up to that next level if we keep going. Um, so we'll just see what we can get out of it and how it works. It isn't a program that we recommend that you get involved in with your own cash. Um, there aren't many that we do. Vortic is one. Vortic, I believe, is rock solid. I can be wrong, but all the indications and my talks with uh, Jensen and communication and what's going on there indicate that Vortic is really solid and here to stay. How long for? Nobody knows. I mean, we are planning to be around for generations. We are a nation. We are not a business opportunity that's, going to be here and gone within a few weeks. We've been around for over 3 years in our present form and over 20 years actually in our evolution to getting to where we are now. But as the site that we are now, and in this process, which I believe is now the 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 one that we're going to run with for generations. We'll be making improvements to it, obviously, but we will be still in the same basic format with the same mission and goal. Um, we've been in this one for just over 3 years, but we plan to be here for many generations, not just a few months or years. Okay. Um, with that said, we have our own internal programs, um, which obviously we recommend. Um, you can get involved in them if you are wise and prepared to put in the effort, spend a bit of time, and be persistent. You can work your way through them all without putting your hand in your pocket. If you've got a few dollars to spare, you can move much faster through them. But it's your option. You're never obligated to get involved in anything. If you get involved in everything, that's fine too. It's entirely your choice. We also have our downline builder, our multiple income streams, which also are ways that our citizens can make money with third party plans. We don't have any control over those. That's the only thing. So we don't know what's going on behind the scenes in them. We can only make educated guesses, and we're going to be right some of the time. We're going to be wrong some of the time. But some of the really strong plans, I really like Vortic. I like Beyond Infinity. I like Bit Sports, and I like ETF pools. Those probably are the four really highest recommendation for programs that I can give. ETF pools, if you can build a network with a total investment of $15,000, that's all, between now and I think it's the end of July. They'll pay for you to go out to, forgotten where they're going to now. Anyway, they've got a convention going, and let me just see. I've not really spent a lot of time looking at it because I can't go anyway, even if I was to qualify. So I'm not too worried about qualifying. But here we go. Um, it's open to old and new users. Stake to win a plane ticket and enjoy an all expenses paid trip to our first summer event in Dubai. Okay. Um, you need, there'll be uh, boat cruises, desert tours, and more going on there, as well as seminars. And there are 90 places left. All you need to do to qualify is you and your direct downlines get a total of 15,000, and that's it. You're in. You've got a free holiday. Um, and the event date is slated for the 11th to the 14th of August. And when does it say you've got until to qualify? I can't see that on here, but I've got a feeling it's the end of July. It probably is on here. I can't see it. Maybe it's open. But anyway, that's when they're running it. Oh, here we go. Calculated from the 21st of June to the 31st of July. So between the 21st of June and the 31st of July, you've got to get 15 grand between you and your mates, and you'll get that free vacation. Okay, it may sound a lot to some people, but there are people out there that quite happily put $10,000 into plans once they're explained well to them. We don't have many of them in our community, but we have had people that have now worked their way up to 10,000 in the Vortic plan. Because once you get to that 10,000 level in the Vortic plan, you're made for life, really. Not immediately, but within 6 to 9 months, you'll be pulling out sufficient to live on comfortably, and it will increase every week. But you've got to get to that 10,000 level, and you get to that 10,000 level as quickly as possible. So if you've got it in a pension plan that you can pull 10 grand out of, 10 grand in a pension plan is going to buy you, a few dollars a week, if you're lucky, 10 grand in Vortic, you're going to retire in 6 to 9 months. That's the difference. So, but ETF is just another opportunity. If you get 15 people that get in that $1,000 plan, the flexi plan they call it, that money isn't even tied up. Um, those people you included, you can put your $1,000 in, 15 of you, you and 14 others, put $1,000 in, and you've got that holiday. And if you're not happy with leaving it in ETF, you can pull it out again once you've qualified. Okay, once you've got your plane ticket and everything, if you choose, you can pull it out, but it will pay you compounding daily. Forgotten the amount, but it's around about 1% a day. It might be a little bit over, and it's all accessible anytime you want. It can be just your profit, or it can be your profit and capital, or whatever. It's a very, very good plan. So it's there. It's available to anybody that wants to do it. I say, even if I qualify, I can't go because I have too many commitments here. But I don't know whether you can even pass it on to somebody else. Maybe you could do that if we qualified. I don't know. Okay. But ETF is a really sound program. Beyond Infinity is doing great. There is a video out. I've not had a chance to watch it. Whether I get a chance to watch it or not, I don't know. But most people will have received that in an email if you're in Beyond Infinity. That was from the sort of last get together they had yesterday, I think it was. And then Vortic, ETF, Beyond Infinity. Oh, BitSports. BitSports is going really well. We put $10 into BitSports, and if I can find it quickly, I'll tell you what we've got. And this is with referrals. This isn't just totally passive. But we now have $54.28 invested, and that will end when it triples. So once it's got to $162 and a bit, that plan will be finished. But we will probably add some more in before then. We have a balance of $38.72 in our wallet. There's $4 in another wallet. I've still not worked out why they have different wallets. There you go. That is all from just $10. We've earned $72.86. Once again, not totally passive. That is with referrals as well. But it's something that anybody can do, and it is just $10 to start, and you can build that $10 up and up and up and up. It trebles in time. More referrals, the quicker it trebles, and then you can put 3 times back in and so on. So it's a good sound program. It's on a good basis, a good solid basis. Where are we? Where are we? Kingsley said, "Can I go for you?" If I'm not going to go all out to qualify, I must tell you that. But if by chance we do qualify, I don't know where we are now. I don't know what we've got in there. I'm not even sure where I would look for it. It'll be all honest with you, but I can log into the account. Oh no, I can't because I've got to log into RoboForm first. And okay, I'll try and find out where we are. And if we do qualify, I can't go. So I will have to find out from them if I can send somebody to my place. If they will allow that, then anybody that wants to go, we would have to find some way of deciding who it is. But certainly, if we play, I can't go definitely. It would be available to somebody in the form of some sort of prize um, for anybody that is available to go. Okay, so yeah, we do that if we qualify. I'm not going to push for it, but if it happens, it happens. We've got a month to go, and 15,000, as I say, it's not a lot. I don't know what we've got in there at the moment. We will certainly have 2 or 3, maybe more, $1,000 in there already. We'll see what happens. Okay, but you can do it with your own account. There are, as I say, there are a lot of people out there that put in $10,000 into these plans nowadays. I can't do it, and most of our members can't, but some of our members can because they've done it in Vortic. Not many, 2, I think, maybe 3, have whacked in 10 grand and are sitting pretty already. Okay. What other updates have we got? I mentioned that Beyond Infinity has that video. I can put a link to that video in case you didn't get the email. I think I've got the video here. I'll put this in the chat. I've not watched it, so I can't really tell you what it's about. But there you go. And let me put that also in the Alanat chat for people that are on YouTube or Twitch. Okay, so that's the Beyond Infinity video. Okay, let me give you the numbers. I think I gave them to you yesterday. I'm not sure whether we gave them all to you, but anyway, in the last 24 hours, we have a net increase of 28 in our registered members. It's up to 39,621. Net increase because we take out people that haven't logged in for 2 months, and then we've got new registrations, and usually our new registrations outweigh the people we take out nowadays. Our active member count is up by 44 to 4,094. That is people that are logging in on a regular basis, at least half of the available days in the month. 29th of May, it's up about 80 on the 29th of May, but we had We Okay, well, on the 31st of May, because tomorrow will be the end of our month, 31st of May, we had 4,047. So even though we're getting people in every day, at the end of a month, usually we lose a lot of active members because people don't understand. They say, okay, I'm active, and they don't log in half the available days in the current month. And so when the new month starts, they're not active. And then we get support tickets saying, why aren't I active? I was active last month. And it's because they've not logged in half of the available days in the current month. You know, you've got to have logged in 15 days in June to be active from the 1st of July. And if you, you've not done that, there are differences there. I mean, if you joined with only 10 days to go in June, you only have to log in 5 days, you know, but most people have been in for longer. But if you've not done that, then you're not active until you've logged in half of your available days in the current month. So with July having 31 days, that'll be 16 days. So you'd have to wait 16 days to become an active member again. And then that would qualify you for the remainder of July and August. But if you don't log in half of the days in August, at least 16 days in August, you will again not be active in September. So you've got to be consistent. Anyway, that's our active members currently, 4,094, and it's up 44 on yesterday. Multiply Weezer, we've got an increase of 37 in our email verified members. And for whatever reason, our bonus pool jumped up by $5 to $10,185.15. And that is in the 24 hours. Usually it's only a few cents, but you get these other days where you get more. And it depends. It's all based on a revenue share just for logging in to your account in Multiply Weezer. And if you don't log in, you don't get your revenue share. So log into Multiply Weezer if you remember. Okay, and if you're not a member, become a member, right? Okay. So that's your numbers. And I think that's pretty much all the updates. I don't think there was anything else from Deviani. Let me just check. I know she handled, there were a couple of tickets and I think those have all been resolved now. And there were some things that we've been working on that have been uploaded that we needed to do before we got into the new program. That's been done. So now we are, as I say, we are working on that withdrawals. I don't know how long it'll take. Deviani won't know at this stage because she'll be sort of getting her head around everything and seeing what changes need to be made. And of course, we do all this on well, she'll do it on a local computer first. And then when she's got it all done there, it gets uploaded to the development server. And that's when we start running the tests on it and see that it's working. And usually there's things that work on your local that don't work on the development server. But we get it as good as perfect as we can on the development server before we upload it to the live server. And invariably, there are things that go wrong in that as well. But they're usually minimal because we've done all the testing. But that is the procedure. And so the most of the work is done in the local environment with Deviani initially, where she goes through everything and she can work offline as well as online. And then once she's got it all in place, it goes onto the development server, and that's when we really start testing it. That's we're in the very early stages. I don't think it's complicated, but I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully, we have a target of getting launched the new withdrawal plan from the pools the wealth builder side of our um, nation. We have a target of getting that launched by the 1st of August this year. Okay, um, it's not a guarantee. We'll do it as quickly as we can. If we can do it in half the time, we'll do it in half the time. If it takes twice the time, it takes whatever it takes. We'll get it done and we'll get it right. And as soon as it's available, you will know. Okay. Um, right. I don't think we've got anything else. Let me just see if we've got any more. Let's see, we have Lewis in, and it's good to have him back. And I'm sorry that you were in hospital again. I repeat that, Lewis, but you have been in my prayers and many other members' prayers, I'm sure, just in case um, things weren't 100% for you. That's it. There's no questions, nobody else in there. So that's it for today from me. I'll be back here same time, same place tomorrow, 7 p.m. London time on YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook. We share abundance publicly. Until then, help Big Wisa warriors. Do yourself a favor by helping and sharing love with others. Give service to as many people as you can. Make that service as great as you can. And you will find enormous happiness flowing into you. And with that happiness will come everything that you want and need in life. So go the extra mile. Go and do it now. And until tomorrow, I'll see you later, alligator. In a wild crocodile. I'll see you later, alligator. Oh, always wear a smile. See you later, alligator. Go the extra mile. See you later, alligator. Yeah, come on. In a wild crocodile. All together now. See you later, alligator.